Alright guys, I've been waiting for 2 weeks now for this laptop to come, so let's do first impressions and a quick unboxing of the MacBook Air. Let's briefly go over the specs of the new MacBook Air. It is the M5 chip version of the MacBook Air. I got the 10-core CPU with the 10-core GPU as well. This also comes standard with 16 gigabytes of RAM, so quite a lot of RAM now for standard. It also has a 512 gigabytes of storage, so way more than it did last time, where the base was just 256. And I got the laptop in silver. So let's get right into the unboxing, really. Wow. There's always something about opening a new Apple product. It's just that typical Apple magic, really. This time, as I said last time with the MacBook Neo, there was a little hello on here, but this time there's no hello. It's just normal, as it always has been. Still light laptop though, huh? It's so thin. I think about a year ago now, I reviewed the M4 MacBook Air. The form factor is exactly the same, so it's still as thin as it always has been, and compared to my MacBook Pro, I love the thinness. Let's quickly look in the box. Of course, you have the charging cable. It is a MagSafe charging cable, so that's pretty nice. And I've got no power brick. Oh, so clearly they don't come with the power brick anymore, but they used to come. So yeah, interesting that now they don't anymore. Gonna put all this stuff aside and get into the laptop. Boom. It's always... This thing is so thin, like way thinner than the MacBook Neo as well. It's just so impressive to see something this powerful and this thin. I forgot to mention that the price for this laptop was €1,350, which is not a bad start for having the best M5 chip, I would say. Let's open it for the first time. Oh. There you go, unlike the Neo, it's got the Touch ID right here, so that's great. Always love Touch ID. Ooh. That's a nice wallpaper, something new. I thought we would have the classic Air wallpaper, but this time it's just something a bit more natural. Let me just get into the laptop now, and then I'll talk a bit more about this computer. Just using the laptop itself, it feels like any other MacBook really. So similar to the MacBook Air last year, as well as my MacBook Pro. You have the Force Touch trackpad, which is always a great trackpad to use, and I always love having this trackpad, to be honest. The keyboard feels and is exactly the same as my MacBook Air one, as well as the Neo. The Neo has felt identical to this one as well. So it's nice to have that typical Mac feeling getting into something which is a bit cheaper than a MacBook Pro is. What is new about this laptop as well is that it should have Wi-Fi 7 built in, so the Wi-Fi speed should be a lot quicker as well as a lot more stable. But only, of course, if your router is a Wi-Fi 7 supported router, which sadly my one isn't. There also is Bluetooth 6 in here, so I'm expecting the range of your Bluetooth devices to be way more improved, as well as just better stability. But similar to the Wi-Fi, I don't have any devices that are Bluetooth 6, so it's going to be a bit tricky to test. But we'll test it out with some AirPods and we'll see. Of course, I'm going to be doing the exact same tests as I did last time with the MacBook Neo, and I would like to do more tests, to be honest, with this laptop and different ones as well. So I might try a Wi-Fi speed test. Maybe there is a slight difference with my Wi-Fi. Of course, the new Bluetooth would be a nice test to do. We'll see what we'll get into. I'll definitely do the typical Cinebench tests and also render speeds and stuff like that compared to my MacBook Pro as well as the MacBook Neo. So that will be interesting to see. And boom, here we are, we're in. Welcome. So yeah, now it's pretty much just going to be setting up the laptop, getting Final Cut on, and I'm so excited to test this because my girlfriend's currently using an M1 MacBook Air, and it's really starting to show its age because she's using it as a pro level photographer, and Lightroom is really starting to bog down on her. For something like this, which is a bit more affordable than a MacBook Pro, I'm really curious to see her workflow with it and if it will really work with the type of work she does. Just quickly looking over the laptop, the feet are exactly the same as the MacBook Pro, so they're a lot flatter and they don't match with the body, similar to the MacBook Neo. On the left side, you have the MagSafe port as well as the two USB-C ports, and on the right side, you have a headphone jack. Similar to the Neo, the MacBook Air is also a fanless design, so it's all passively cooled and there's no fan trying to cool it. So I'm curious if there's going to be any thermal throttling issues with this laptop, especially when you're going through a lot of heavy workloads such as Final Cut, Lightroom, or Photoshop. Ooh. Just typing now, the keyboard is great. There's no problems with it at all. It's similar to my MacBook Air, and it's like I never left from using my MacBook anyway. The screen is also very nice, and I put it on the max brightness and it looks very bright, especially even with this key light right on me. It's looking really good and there's no complaints so far. I'll definitely look with the sun glare on it and see how bad it would be then. But so far for 1,300 euro, it's pretty nice. Just going through things now, opening up apps and setting it up, it's super quick. And it's feeling right now quite a bit quicker than my MacBook Pro. So I definitely can't wait to get into testing it and seeing the differences between them. Also, the Cinebench scores is going to be interesting, especially with the single core score. I would love to see if this thing could outperform my Pro Max in certain workloads and certain things that it can do. All right, so everything's pretty much downloaded onto the computer now, and we will see in all the testing. I'm very curious to see what it can do and compare it to, of course, my MacBook Pro as well as the MacBook Neo. What type of laptop would be best for you? If a Pro would be best for you, or a MacBook Air, which seems to have a lot of performance already for the price. And of course the Neo, which is, so far we've concluded it's more targeted towards students, but you can definitely make some short content with that laptop. So after getting into some more tests with this, you'll see that in the next video next week about my week of use with this, and I'll start editing everything off of it and all that stuff. I'm very curious to see how this is going to perform and how my girlfriend's also going to use it, because she's going to put her Lightroom on it and compare it to the M1 Air and see if this really is worth the upgrade for her and for her workflow, and if it really improves a lot on performance. So thank you guys for watching this first impressions of the computer. It is a very nice laptop. It's similar to any other Mac really, and I'm just curious to see how fast that M5 chip is going to be. If you guys liked the video, please go down, subscribe, like. Also give me a comment into if you're looking for a laptop like this, or if you've already got your M5 Air, what have your thoughts been on it? Because I'll definitely give it a look, as well as letting me know what I should test on this computer and other computers, as I would like to do a lot more tests and see what you guys use the most and how I could compare that between those laptops. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.